Hello, I'm Ian. You're watching Pixels at Dawn, and this is Elegy for a Dead World. It's a bit of a change of pace. This is a game I've wanted to have a go at for some time now. It's a game for storytellers. That's probably the best way of putting it. And the idea is you're this little spaceman flying around. There are a number of different portals you can go through. And the idea is you try and tell a story. So, not your traditional sort of game, but if you're a bit of a writer, or you fancy yourself as a bit of a sort of a creator of fiction, whatever it may be, might be of interest to you. So, I'm going to give it a go. It's been a bit quiet for me on the old writing front recently, but let's see how we get on. So you've got different portals, and therefore named after different writers. So you got, this is Shelley's world. I think over here we've got Keats' world. And up here, this is Byron's world. All names you may or may not recognise depending on your background in literature. So, I am going to go and try Mary Shelley's world. The old Frankenstein and things like that. I don't know whether that affects the kind of stories you get, but we shall see. So you can see here, you can start writing, or you can look at stories you've written before, but I haven't written any yet. I intend to write some. You've got commendations, people who liked your story, and you can read other people's stories, which are all in the Steam Workshop, which is all very nice. Bit different. I mean, normally you expect Steam Workshop to have all sorts of things for games, mods, levels, and all that sort of stuff, but this is stories, which I don't think you'll find in any other game. Just got this in the Steam sale recently. A nice present from a friend. So, start writing. So it gives you some writing prompts. If you're familiar with fiction, then you'll know the concept of writing prompts, where there's a bit of a idea, and you create your story or poem or whatever it is you're doing around that. So you've got a few prompts. You've got the main one, I think, which is this proud history of a dead world. You've got freeform writing, where you can just write anything based on the visuals that you see. There's a grammar workshop. You've got, oh, it's Percy Shelley. I thought it was Mary Shelley. Fine. I'm showing my lack of literature knowledge there. Fair enough. Destroyer of Worlds. So there's a few different options here. Bad poetry wrote on the bus. I may have been guilty of a few things like that in the past. Let us try. Let's try the Destroyer of Worlds and see how we get on. So the idea is that you are dumped in a world with a rather lovely painterly background with sort of T-shapes here, and every time you come across a feather on the bottom or quill, you can press tab to start writing. A crime took place here. 9.5 billion murders when... So what? When... let's go for something a bit cliche. When the machines came. So you can actually type quite a lot. And you can see 0 out of 15 at the bottom indicates that there are 15 sort of writing positions. But we're gonna keep it fairly to the. We're gonna keep to the structure that it's giving us, at least for this first one, anyway. So, escape to close, and let's move onwards. Bit of a sunlit sky here. Whether that's sort of the end of the explosion. I don't know what these T things are going around. Here we are. Another one. The criminal came halfway across the galaxy to rid the old world of the new menace. Now this may not work at all when we go through the different parts of it, but we shall see. We shall see. Escape. Just make sure that's committed. Yep. I don't know whether any of you are writers yourselves. You may have your own ideas for what may come from this. I like to think, I don't know. It looks like industry has destroyed this world, but I'm sort of taking it to be a kind of I don't know, a bit of a rise of the machines, to coin a Terminator-esque phrase. So we go. Look at the people who lived here. The criminal claimed to have had no part in their destruction. But that was his word against theirs. And they had no words anymore. Yeah, I like that. So I think I'm going for a bit of an anti-hero in my story. He's maybe he's come to try and save the world and ended up destroying it? I don't know. And what are the machines? I'm not sure yet. Not sure. Let's see when we come across the next quill. It's quite a... I love the atmosphere. So I don't know whether this changes with different writing prompts, but I suspect not. But it gives you a little bit of a inspiration. Sort of big architecture there. Ooh, what's that? Weird globe passing through the sky. And what's this? This world was known once for great works of art and literature. Home to 12 races that coexisted in peaceful harmony. Let's see what else we get. Weird sort of monolith thing going on. Very interesting. Yes, clearly is a sort of dead world. They lived in peace, trying to ensure no evil would befall each other. Oh, I can fly. I didn't know that. That gets us to move a bit faster. Very nice. Oh, can I? Oh, I can go inside. Let's go inside, shall we? These are like, I don't know. Are these like sort of shells that broken open? When the criminal came, the crime had already been set in motion. These sculptures were mere reflections of the old world. The dead world. Where does this take us? Oh. Interesting, interestingly disturbing image on the wall there. Let's move onwards. The criminal walked this world before it burned, seeing the horrors firsthand. While he did not realise his part in this, a part he played nonetheless. So, oh, and another one. There was a church where they... let's see. Where there was a church where they preached to no one. The world didn't listen to prophecy in this day and age. And why would they? There was hardly a cause. There was hardly a call for it in our enlightened times. Maybe that was their failing. This was a school where they had taught creativity and free thought. This was a society of thinkers and not of fighters. Into the mountains. Sounds changing a bit. It was here, on these plains, that the machines landed. Far from all civilization. No one knew of the horror being created. Not until it was much too late. Well, this is dark, but you know, I think it's kind of introducing us to that. Oh, they've got some of the T's sort of carved onto rocks here. Do you remember? In the distance? Dotting the mountains were 1,000 of their... what should we call them? There are 1,000 of their predators. Predators? Yeah, I'll do. They stood motionless, waiting for their commands. The criminal did not understand that he would be the one to command them. Oh, a hut. We can go inside. What we got here? Ah. There's no space for us to write in here. Fair enough. I don't know whether you can, when you freeform right, whether you can just sort of insert writing areas all the way through. Just a little sort of a fireplace? Yeah, I mean, really enjoying this so far. It's definitely a unique game. There's another one of these big T things in here. I guess that's the machines that we've been talking about. You can see the sort of electronics in the background there. Or sort of electronic circuitry, shall we say. So, what's next? But that's in the past. The criminal knew all of this. He was the one who had to live with the pain of 1,000 lost souls. Darkness! So once we finish this, we'll get to read the whole story out as one. An admission. I did this. I committed the crime and killed these people. I'd do it again. But not intentionally. Oop. I didn't mean to command the prejudices. It was just built into me without my knowledge. Let's take out the just there. It was built into me without my knowledge. There we go. I've got an idea where I'm going with this. Hopefully it'll become clear. And if I did it again, I'm not sure I could live with myself. I'm not sure if I can now. I think this is the last one? To everyone who died, I'm sorry. I'm so sorry. But this is the way. Bit of a horizontal ellipsis there. And that's this. And we fly off. So I've gone through and edited this already. So let's have a read, shall we? Are you sitting comfortably? A crime took place here. 9.5 billion murders when the machines came. The criminal came halfway across the galaxy to rid the old world of the new menace. Look at the people who lived here. The criminal claimed to have had no free will in their destruction. But that was his word against theirs, and they had no words anymore. This world was once known for great works of art and literature, home to 12 races that coexisted in peaceful harmony. They lived in peace, trying to ensure no evil would befall each other. When the criminal came, the crime had already been set in motion. These sculptures were mere reflections of the old world, the dead world. The criminal walked this world before it burned, seeing the horrors firsthand. While he did not realise his part in this, a part he played nonetheless. This was a church where they preached to no one. The world didn't listen to prophecy in this day and age. Why would they? There was hardly a call for it in our enlightened times. Maybe that was their failing. This was a school where they taught creativity and free thought. This was a society of thinkers and not of fighters. It was here, on these plains that the machines landed. Far from all civilization, no one knew of the horror being created. Not until it was much too late. Do you remember? In the distance, dotting the mountains, were 1,000 of their predators. They stood motionless, waiting for their commands. The criminal did not understand that he would be the one to command them. But that's in the past. The criminal knew all of this. He was the one who had to live with the pain of 1,000 lost souls. At admission, I did this. I committed the crime and killed these people. I'd do it again, but not intentionally. I didn't mean to command the predators. It was built into me without my knowledge. And if I did it again, I'm not sure I could live with myself. I'm not sure if I can now. To everyone who died, I'm sorry. I'm so sorry. But this is the way. I quite like that. How do we give this a title? Okay. What should we call it? Cause and effect. I think we shall call it. I think what I was kind of going for there, I don't know whether it came across, is that the criminal had a part of him which caused the destruction to occur, but not through his own sort of intention. So maybe, I don't know, maybe the commands that controlled the machines were built into his DNA by some other race or something like that. I don't know. It's what I came up on the spur of the moment. So I'd be interested to know what you think of my schlocky sci-fi story. Right, so that's that. So what does options do? That's just all that kind of stuff. So resume. So if we go all the way to the end. What happens now when I get here? There we go. So, let's publish now. This sticks on the Steam Workshop. Happy days. There we go. I can read my published work, but we already did that. So that's Elegy of a Dead World. I might give it have a go at creating some more stories, so maybe I'll do another couple of videos later on. If that's of interest to you, it's certainly a very different game, and it's something I enjoy with a few writing prompts here and there. It's very enjoyable. Maybe you would like to give it a go too. So there you go. Elegy of a Dead World, everyone. Have you enjoyed a bit of a change of pace? Okay, I'm going to go away and think of some more stories. I've been Ian. You've been watching Pixels at Dawn. And I'll see you next time.